All right, for those of you who are watching this is going to be our first broadcast. We do a lot of professional production, so we're going to start out just like this, real simple and easy, because you guys need to understand what we're talking about. Let me introduce myself. My name is K. Ross Covington, and we're broadcasting live from Orange City, Orange County, California. I'm originally from the Bay Area, and sitting next to me is the one they call
King Fred.
Now, King is a Ram fan. And you can see by his authentic hat. And you can see that I'm a Niner fan by my authentic jersey. And what we're here is we're going to cover 10 topics about the 49ers versus Rams that happened this Sunday in the NFL that we went to the bar to go see. It was a very interesting matchup.
I was very apprehensive. I mean, I know how great the 49ers are, and I was just hoping that the Rams would improve and at least show up and have a decent game. That's all I was hoping for.
Yeah.
I couldn't expect anything more than that.
I think when we drove up, we were talking about, like, it might be a halftime game. It might be over at halftime.
It might be, but it wasn't.
And we expected a lot. We got a lot more, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So if you're an educated fan, you're really going to enjoy this. So that was number one. That was pregame expectations. We're going to move along now to number two. You can see the description box below, all 10 topics, and wait for the one you want, or listen to all of 10. But let's talk about the rivalry between the Niners and the Rams. Now, me, coming from the Bay Area, going to Sarah High School, from San Mateo, you know, I bleed red. So do you.
Yeah.
I've always been a Niner fan, and my mother, I just always go back to the same story about my mother, who had a I Hate the Rams t-shirt, and my mother is very proper and very respectful, you know, but this rivalry's been going on since Eric Dickerson.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. Back in the 80s, I had a deep-seated hatred for the 49ers. I hated them because they were so freaking good. I mean, I remember this one Monday Night Football game. I was watching it at the pizza place back in Orange at the city. And it was the Rams were kicking their ass. The first half, they're up like 24-0 or something like that.
Lord.
And then, what was his name, John Taylor?
John Taylor.
Ripped off 2 85-yard runs in the same quarter, I think it was, and buried us. And we were in line for, I think we were in line for the playoffs too, and I'm not sure exactly what happened out of that, but that game kind of soured me on the 49ers just to.
And I think you actually have to go back that far, because for the past, I don't know, 10, 15 years, it's been pretty dry.
And
but last year it seemed to just, I don't know, it just started to reinvigorate. I was really excited. I'm like, I want to see Niners Rams.
And you know, a weird thing happened. My ultimate hatred, deep-seated hatred of the 49ers actually decreased as the years went on. Because they hit bottom.
Yeah.
They had their hard times, and I thought, okay.
We're both NFC West, and everybody's been making fun of the NFC West for a very long time.
If you can hit the pinnacle and hit the bottom and then come back up again, hey, I got to have some respect for that.
Yeah, and we'll get, actually, that's a point we're going to get to a little bit later. Let's cover the third issue, which is the officials and the time changes. Now, I read up a little bit, and evidently, you know, the clock was going, but they couldn't change it, and they lost evidently, they lost 83 seconds. There were 83 seconds to that game that were supposed to happen that we never got back. The officials took hours. To make these decisions.
Didn't they do a respot like at the last second? It cost the Rams that they did a retarded respot.
Oh, I know.
And they didn't call timeout.
Very replacement referee-like.
Wow, very, yeah.
So anyway, the officials made some interesting calls, and I wasn't very happy with the officiating. Let's go on to number 4, which is going to be a huge topic here, is Alex's suicide attempt. Now, for those of you who are Niner fans, you call him Alex Smith. For those of us who are real, faithful Niner fans, we call him Alexis, because she just can't throw the ball. You know, she gets lucky once in a while, but the fact is that Alex knew he sucks. He knows he sucks. He doesn't have a heart of a champion. He's got the heart of Pau Gasol.
So I'll just slap him and then I'll go to breakfast.
Yeah, we'll slap him and go to breakfast. You know, you got to motivate these guys, and you take away any momentum, and that's the end of it. So a bye week killed Alex Smith.
No, Alex Smith killed Alex Smith.
Why did he turn around? Sliding head first, going for a tackle, stiff arm. Why did he turn around and show the soft side of him to a huge linebacker, and then it looks to me like he did it on purpose.
And leave it to Alex Smith to come up with a play where he could have been saved on the slide or whatever, but he chose to get himself blown up and head-on helmet collision knocked his shit out. For what reason? And it was legal too. It was legal.
There's two things I'm worried about here. Number one, did he really try and go out there and commit career suicide so he'd get off the field?
He did ALEXIS.
Or number two, is he just that stupid that he actually turned backwards? Either way, get off my team. Get off the field. And for those of you who support ALEXIS, think of Joe. Think of Steve. Think of what John Brody would say.
Think of Wyatt
about
Kittle.
Alex Smith. Think what J.T. O'Sullivan would say about it.
Wow.
Okay, let's cover number 5, and this is going to be a lot more than me. Let's talk penalties, because the Rams had 14 penalties. They had illegal formations, false starts, holdings. It looked like a Raider game.
The illegal formation killed me. We had an 85-yard completion. And it got.
I knew we were done.
And it took the refs like 5 hours to figure out that the penalty happened. They let the play go all the way to the end, and I thought we scored or were set up, and it was legal formation. Oh, okay.
I'm going to include 5A here. Danny Amendola is beast mode personified. That guy is El Hijo to Wes Welker. He's amazing, and he's white.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought?
He's my boy.
Now we get to number 6, and number 6 I've been waiting for a while. Let's talk Colin Kaepernick, a.k.a. the Capped Crusader, a.k.a. Roll 7. That's what I say when he runs, Roll 7. Either that or Run, Steve, Run, but that one's kind of older.
I don't know why you need Kaepernick. Just put a running back out there.
A lot of people see it that way, but I'm going to let you know that when Kaepernick hits the field, we're screaming, let's go Cap, and the Cap Crusader will save us, and all this stuff. That we're having fun. We're energized. The team started dancing. I haven't seen us dance in a while. You have to worry about Alex. You don't have to worry about Colin Kaepernick. Check out his Twitter where he says, trying to be number 1 in a world that accepts number 2. Colin Kaepernick is the real deal. He may not be the best, but he's got a little Randall Cunningham to him. If I don't,
yeah, he's still a little rough around the edge.
Definitely. Definitely.
I saw him, miss a couple plays that he should have made.
He got really lucky with a couple fumbles, a couple of decisions, but he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
he threw for 177 yards. He was 11 for 17. He did better than Alex.
No turnovers.
He caused a lot of excitement. I just think that's what football's about. I understand stats, but nobody, the Ravens fans were really happy when they won the Super Bowl, okay? Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't as fun as it could have been because they had Trent Dilfer at quarterback, and we Niner fans know what Trent Dilfer's about.
I just don't understand.
It's great commentary.
I don't understand why the Rams didn't put a spy on him. Keep a defensive guy on him all the time.
What happened? What changed? Tell me, as a Ram fan, from the Ram side, when Alexis went out and the Cap Crusader came in, what was the difference? Was there a little difference or was there a lot of difference?
I got one word for you: mobility.
The able to extend the play is a Ben Roethlisberger comment, and they used that for Colin Kaepernick. Good-looking kid, young. Really, and the heart of a lion. He's ready to be a champion. I understand Frank Gore is the captain of the offense. But the captain of the offense is not supposed to be the running back. It's supposed to be the quarterback. Like Joe, like Steve. If Joe Montana was in a game, you think Roger Craig was really the captain? No. Now, I understand 10 years has really screwed us over. 10 years of just frustration. But Niner fans, faithfuls, don't let go. Which actually brings us to number 7, real fans versus idiots. And I know you have a lot to say about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'll set you up and you knock them down.
Go ahead.
It was in overtime, and the Niners were going to set up the 41-yard field goal. And it was right before Colin Kaepernick got a sacked or he threw something for a couple-yard loss. And these Niner fans are going insane, like we just won our 6th ring. And I'm looking at King, and I'm thinking to myself, no.
Now, wait, I thought you said the Raider fans are like that.
Yeah, that's
but
the mentality.
Yeah, but it looks like there's some people like that on the 49ers.
Then that means maybe there's some for all teams. We're going to have those idiots, and we really need to discuss the difference between authentic and replica fans.
There were some idiot 49er fans at the bar that we were at, and they're actually praising Alexis, saying that he's the best thing since sliced bread, or Who? John Brody? Who's that guy?
Yeah, like or Y.A. Tittle. They don't even know who this is. They're not from the Bay. I'm from San Mateo. I went to 8 seasons of Candlestick straight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the Bill Walsh era, which is still governing coaching these days. I think if you're going to be a real fan, you need to understand Niner fans have to say things during the game like, wow, Steven Jackson is a beast.
Certainly is.
He is a beast, and I love him. He's amazing. Danny Amendola is phenomenal. Sam Bradford is a great quarterback. And real fans can say that because idiots would be like, oh, F the Rams and F Bradford and F this. That's not how it's supposed to go.
But there's no substance behind why they have their objection. They object, but they don't know why.
Maybe beer.
And I'm not trying to get off subject thing, but I was very happy about how the Rams did play. Yeah, barring some stupid mistakes, they made unforced errors, but they were in the game the entire game. They were leading most of the game.
And I believe Jeff Fisher sat 2 big starters to show them that it doesn't mean a thing if you have a big contract. It doesn't mean anything. I still go back to that thing that Mike Singletary said, and Mike Singletary is still a touchy subject for me, but I want winners. I want champions. That's what the Niners are about. That's why we're a dynasty.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go off subject again, but we got this left tackle named Brockers. We got him from LSU, our draft pick last season. And he did this one play where he went off the line. He went lateral, compressed the line, and squeezed out the running back so he couldn't get through because he pushed the tackle and the guard into the runner, and the play was blown up.
And that includes people like Iupati, Staley.
Yes.
I mean, these are not small guys.
He moved those guys around like they're chess pieces.
Let's cover number 8, the tie, the kissing of the sister, which didn't piss me off at first, but now it pisses me off.
Well, you know what? It's a 41-yard field goal. Come on, really?
Yeah, Akers.
How do you choke a 41-yard field goal? Guys are making 60-yard field goals, and he choked.
Yeah, at Candlestick, a little windy, perhaps. And he still knocks him out, no problem. Akers really lost that game for the Niners, and I don't know if they're going to lose confidence in him now because, that was a pretty big moment.
It was huge. I thought the game was
divisional. It's divisional. We all thought the game was over.
And when he choked, I was pretty happy.
Let's go on. It was so back and forth. There's just so much emotion. And the NFL is definitely going to want us on Monday night next year. Niners, Rams. I mean, it was. Let me shake your hand here. It was a beautiful game. I had a lot of fun. So let's cover the last 2 topics. Is what happens next with the Niners and the Rams? Tell from the Rams side. What do you see? Well, because we're going to meet each other again and again and again. Seems like it's getting pretty bitter.
Yeah, it's started getting chippy out there. It's getting
just
chippy.
a little, but it will continue.
But there's a respect there, though. I think there's a respect.
I do too. I think there's a lot. They never tried to kill Steven Jackson.
No,
they tackled him hard. Patrick Willis tackled the crap out of him.
Steven Jackson run. He made this 9-yard run. He had like 5 people on his back. And you got another guy headlocking him, and then he had to get his helmet knocked off, and he's still running with the ball with the helmet off.
Great play. Great play.
That's the epitome of great football playing.
The focus for the Niners now is Monday night against the Bears, and the reason I bring it up is because now the concussion committee is going to be taking control of this game because Cutler and Alex Smith both have concussions, and it's not up to the teams whether or not they get to start them. It's up to the NFL concussion committee. I say it because it starts with C. But
there's nothing wrong with Alex Smith. It's all in his head.
No, there's everything wrong with Alex Smith.
Okay, that was a joke.
Okay, so 2 concussions. We got concussions squared for Monday night. We're not sure what's going to happen, but we haven't even named this show yet, but we wanted to start this out just how it is, nice and easy. And we'll get a little attention as thing goes on. Special shout out to TV49. You guys are doing a wonderful job. But a very specific comment to all the people with microphones on TV49. Let's get some emotion, people, because I'm not feeling it. And this is a dynasty, so if you're going to be on the, the internet, and you're going to be on TV49 and 49ers.com, I need to see a little, excitement. Niners are a great team this year, and you're talking like right after we lost Garrison Hurst in that, in the playoffs against Atlanta, and we went to obscurity for 9 years. We're a dynasty. We're on our way to our 6th ring. The Rams are no slouches. No slouches.
Not at all.
We're going to see them again, and Steven Jackson's going to test this again. So thank you very much. I really appreciate this, King.
A big shout out to Jeff Fisher. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm going to say I have Harbaugh and the Harbaughalypse as a coach. I'm going to say Jeff Fisher's definitely got my vote as a coach that can get it done. Mm-hmm. And educated fans know talent. Talent knows talent.
Nothing beats a great football coach. Head coach, look at Pete Carroll, what he's done with the Seahawks.
Yeah, another great NFC West,
Mm-hmm.
approach. And now the NFC West isn't soft anymore.
Not
Now
at
it's getting
all.
a little rough. You can still run on the Seahawks, though, so Steven Jackson will be fine.
Yeah, I know.
We'll catch you guys for the next one. If you want to challenge our authority or our knowledge of the 49ers, it all comes from our heart and from 49ers.com. TV49, step it up. We'll see you guys next time.